What is up, YouTube? So I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm not gonna do the reaction video. I'm gonna go back to just plain old talking because I didn't want to just react to anything and just blah 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 spit out anything for you guys. So I was watching the Braves game tonight, and Ronald Acuna continues to do it. It's remarkable. 5 games in a row with the home run. I believe he's on an 8-game hitting streak. It's just remarkable to see the things that this kid is doing. He's barely 20 years old. Well, he's not barely 20 years old anymore, but he's 20 years old, and he's had so many expectations on him coming in. I remember just about 5 months ago in April, towards the end of spring training camp, and then coming into the regular season. Acuna crushed it in spring training, and everybody knew that this guy was the #1 prospect in all of baseball. He was supposed to be this, he was supposed to be that. He was really the LeBron James of baseball, and I know a lot of people have given that title to Hunter Green and other prospects as we've gone through the years. Bryce Harper is another one. That just shows you how long LeBron James has been here. That's just another moment of athlete appreciation and everything like that. Bryce Harper was a guy that was supposed to be like the LeBron of baseball, and then Hunter Green, and then Ronald Acuna's name started popping up right when he got close to actually going into the majors. But to see this kid, 20 years old, actually live up to the hype. The only other player to do what he's doing right now is Willie Mays, and he's the only player in Braves franchise history to do it. He's outperformed Andrew Jones at this point, Miguel Cabrera when he was his age, so on and so forth. It's just remarkable to see Ronald Acuna, do what he's doing right now. Yesterday with the doubleheader to lead off, right? First pitch of the first game, home run. Second game, he leads off again with another home run. And not only does this guy have the power and the fielding ability, but he also can run. This guy was a track star back in Venezuela growing up as a kid. He's super fast, can steal bases and everything. Ronald Acuna, if you're watching this video, you probably know all of this about him already, but it's just, you got to give props where props are due. We're really, if you're not paying attention to it, you need to pay attention to this, because this is a special run that will go down in history. Well, it'll forever be known in baseball history, whether this only lasts a couple weeks or so and so. But I think the difference between this and Yasiel Puig or Jeremy Lin or anybody else who's had a Tim Tebow, anybody else who's had just a crazy run, this is what people expected Ronald Acuna to be. This is what people expected him to do. So just to see him living up to that expectation and crushing records and setting milestones already in his 4th month in the major leagues, it's just remarkable. And if he continues to keep his head on the path, because Atlanta's an easy city to kind of get lost in the sauce, if you will. Yasiel Puig became a celebrity, and he just kind of faded away and fell off. But if he can keep his head on right and stay on the narrow path, man, he's good. And then you got Albies. Once Albies gets it going again, Swanson is always going to be a steady guy for you, especially when it comes to the 7th inning and later. I was joking earlier that it seems like sometimes Dansby doesn't even know how to hit until the 7th inning or later, because he has that clutch gene. But I just wish that he would kind of play like that offensively on a more consistent basis. But like I said a couple years ago, Dansby's a winner. Everywhere he's gone in his career, he's won. So you have Dansby, you have Ozzie Albies, you have Freddie Freeman already in the picture, Camargo and Ender and all these other guys, Suzuki, and then the great pitchers, starting pitchers that you have on the mound, and the guys that you're still bringing in from the minors, from that farm system. Crazy farm system, and you still have more guys from that farm system, because it's still drafting in the top 10. It's crazy. Tukey just came in. The MLB caught you guys, the old GM, for cheating. You lose some draft picks and you lose some prospects, and you still have one of the stronger farm systems in the game of baseball. So the Braves are going to be very, very dangerous. The bullpen obviously was something that they needed to fix and work on, and they kind of worked on that a little bit this year at the trade deadline. So we'll see how it goes for them. They have a 2-game lead right now in the Phillies. Granted, they just played the worst team in the division and they just swept them in a series. But right now they have a 2-game division lead in the NL East. They can also make it in the wild card. So we'll just see what the Braves are going to do in the postseason this year. This might be a situation, I feel like, kind of like Philly, or even Boston, if you will, in the NBA terms, of just a young team coming in, first time, maybe getting popped in the mouth, maybe, making it far enough with their talent, because they have so much talent. But at the end of the day, the experience and the fatigue is going to start settling in, and, just depth in the bullpen. How deep can your bullpen go when the starters have to go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? You know what I'm saying? You want to pitch your best starting pitchers out there, and you want to put your best foot forward in the postseason, and rest kind of goes out the window for everyone in the postseason. So it always comes down to which team is more experienced, more poised, and has the deeper bullpen. And if you don't have a bullpen, which the Braves, that's kind of their Achilles heel right now, then they might end up losing this year. But that certainly does not mean that they're not going to live up to the hype and not get one out of this whole thing. So I expect the Braves to continue dominating, or not even continue dominating, because they're not dominating right now. They're not the best team in baseball. But I'm going to expect the Braves to begin dominating. They're right now, it's just kind of like their first year altogether with Acuna up. Last year it was Dansby, and then Albies came along later on in the season, and Dansby had his struggles and stuff, and they sent him back down. But this is the first season everybody's up there in Atlanta together, and the baby Braves are doing what they have to do. It's one of the, I think, best stories right now in sports, along with DC. Shout out to DC. I always got to shout them out with the Caps winning their Stanley Cup. And then I think that's pretty much it for feel-good stories or great stories in sports right now. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video of me rambling, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back with some more reaction videos. I'll probably react to some of the top high school prospects or whatever. So we'll look at some of that tape later. I just had to put this out that Ronald Acuna was doing the thing, and it deserves a spotlight, and he deserves all the gas, all of that right now. So shouts out to Ronald Acuna, man. Until next time.